And one thing that I thank God is that God that day when I was saying that, God allowed me to remember the time that He used one of my closest friends to speak to me. And she told me, like, Emmanuel, you must forgive and forget. And I was like, no, like, nah, you, no, I'm not forgiving, no. And she went, Emmanuel, but think about all the times you let God down, and yet when you didn't deserve it, He still forgave you.
Yeah, amen.
He's a good Father. He had mercy over you. And women being right, like always. If there's one thing I learned, is that women gotta be always right,
Now, wait, number one, A1 voice impression. Let me tell you, that was amazing. Bravo, you gotta be a voice actor.
Yes, sir.
No, but on the real note, it's true though. God had so much mercy over us, and we can't distribute that mercy that He had on us and that forgiveness that he forgave us. So why can't I forgive somebody else?
Yes.
If He can do it for me, why can't I do it for Him? Mm-hmm. And it's like that also falls in that you gotta love your neighbor. You're not gonna do something wrong to somebody that you love. You gotta love your enemies like you love yourself, and you also gotta love your neighbors.
Yeah.
And
it's true.
You can't. You shouldn't be doing something wrong to them. And if they did something wrong to you, well, guess what? You still got to forgive them for what they did.
And that's one thing I realized. If God being God, God being the Almighty One, the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end, could forgive me of my sins when I did it, when I was the worst of the worst.
Amen.
Then I could forgive someone who did me wrong. Because I'm human.
Yeah.
God being God can do it. I'm just human. I could be able to do it too. Christ says to be like Him. We are the salt of the earth. We stand out. If the world holds grudges and the world holds on to the things that hurt them, and they tend to hurt people, I can't be like the world because I am the light of the world.
Yeah,
we are called to be the light of the world. We are Christ-like. We are the salt of the earth. We stand on a mountaintop like a light that shines bright. When the world is down, when the world is going through a crisis, like right now, a pandemic, who do they go to? They go to Christians. They go to Christ. Prayer.
Amen.
So we can't be holding on to things like this.
We can't.
We can't,
man. And I'll tell you this. Sorry for interrupting, but just in general, you can't do that. See, there's a lot of times where some tell me if this is not right.
Right.
There's a lot of times where somebody did something to you, and then since they did something to you, you're either gonna do one of two things. You're gonna be like, okay, now I'm not cool with them, or you're gonna be like this. Now you're plotting your revenge on them. It's either one of the two, because if somebody's not Christian, that's what you're thinking. Yeah. Now you thinking, hey, I gotta do this to them because they did something to me. Or you're like, nah, I'm not cool with you no more because you did this to me. Nah, we have to let go and let God. Because if we do not let go, guess what? We're not gonna be 100% with God.
Amen.
That's what I'm telling you. You have to keep on going forward. And you can't go forward with something that's as heavy as a whole entire, it's like 1,000 pounds of bricks, man.
Amen.
You're not gonna be able to drag that.
It's true. And I get it. You're probably like, it's easier said than done, Yeah, but, I'm going through something. Yeah, but he hurt me. She hurt me. You don't get it. You just don't get it. Let me tell you something. Right now, I'm learning how to deal with, letting go and trusting in God. We never stop learning. One thing I learned from my Mispa teacher is that a disciple always learns. He would never stop being a disciple, as in he would never stop being a teacher. I mean, not a teacher, a student. Or your master will always be your master. And one quote that I heard from Alexander Graham Bell, he said that really catch my eye because I've been reading this book called Keep Calm and Trusting in God.
Yeah.
And one thing that this guy said, and it really touched me and it really impacted me, he said, when one door closes, another opens. But we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see that one that's open. I'm going to read it again because I, started a little bit. He says, when one door closes, another opens. But we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the one that has been opened for us. You know what that means? That while one door closed, God opened another door. But we've been so hurt and so focused on that door that's been closed that we're not walking to the door that's open. You know, the Lord is like, all right, you know, I'm putting it like this. It's like a video game. When you pass the level, you move on. You know, you fight the boss fight, and then when you win, you go to the next level. You know, we already beat level 1, so now we gotta go to level 2. But yet we're so focused